Hey everyone, it's Red Mist here again. Popular request this one. I've had a lot of questions about power auras. It's a really great mod. I've been using it for quite a long time. It's all kudos to the editor of this mod. It's brilliant. When you're in the middle of battle, it's quite difficult to see what's going on, and this add-on lets you put things on the screen. So let's have a quick little tutorial of it. Very simple one. /power, P-O-W-A. That's how you get the mod up, /power. So you can see here there's two panels. I've right click on some existing spells I've already got, so I'm just going to start auto attacking here, so you can see what happens as we use this mod. Now I wanted to be able to create a visual display of the maelstrom weapon proc, which is up there on the right hand side. It stacks up to 5. Now you can see on this screen here I've got a nice visual display. It looks nice. It's sort of a glowing set of graphics. So let's go into /power again and have a look at how those graphics are made. So I'm clicking on this character effects on this page here. So these ones I've added already. You just click new to add a new one, and I'm going through some of the options. So I've right click on that to bring up the effect editor panel. Now you can see here that I've got a glow, I've got wow textures, I can introduce my custom textures, and I'm dragging the texture bar along so you can see there's lots of different textures. There's a deformation bar which allows you to stretch it. There's a size bar which allows you to change the size. There's a symmetry bar which is just above this size bar that allows you to manipulate that as well. You can change the X and Y positions. Now I want you to notice this thing here. This says stacks, and notice that I've got an activation by buff. Now there's buff, debuff, AoE buff, combo points, all sorts of different things. So if you're rogue, this is a fantastic mod. Now notice that I've given it a name, which is the name of the buff. You'll have to do the same thing. I'm ignoring uppercase. You can set it to exact name. The best thing to do is to ignore uppercase and don't use the exact name. Okay. So and if I hit again, and just slowly, you'll be able to see these maelstrom weapon procs. So I've got 2 procs now, which corresponds to the buff on my top right corner. So let's go back into the power auras bar and have a little closer look. So now notice that I've got maelstrom weapon buff proc, and the stack is greater than 0. Yeah, so that's greater sign 0. Now I want that because I want it to always display if I've got 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 stacks, hence greater than 0, not equals to 0, otherwise it would disappear the moment I stopped hitting. So you can see there I just changed the size of the first one, and you can see it's displayed on the screen very nicely. Okay, so let's just take that size back down to where it was originally. I encourage you to play around with displays. Some of these things have arcs and so on. So notice the stacks again. That's greater than 1 for the second one, greater than 2 for the third one. Okay. Greater than 3 for the fourth one, and the final one is equal to 5. And that's the one that goes across the middle like a lightning bolt. That's how I create a sort of a maelstrom weapon display. You can do a similar thing with combo points, but obviously instead of using buff you use the combo points option in the activation bar. Now I've got another one here which is health. Now I'm going to change it to mana so I can show you what it looks like in a minute. But if you look at this, this is activated by my amount of health, and I set the threshold at 35%. Now I want this to pop up and show when my health is low. Okay? And I want it to look like that. Now you get these sort of effects using the animation, so that's a pulse animation, and there's all sorts of different ones. If you go into the animation panel you can see there's a flashing one, a bubble effect, electricity, water glow, all sorts of different ones. So just come up with something that will catch your eye, that's pretty obvious. Now this one I find very useful in PvP because it's really tricky to watch and micromanage your health. When a fight is close, I want something that's going to pop up in the screen in front of me that's not going to distract me too much, but it's going to let me know I need to do something. Let's just change this to mana so you can see what it looks like, because obviously I can't run out of health when I'm standing at a test dummy. So I'm just going to cast a few things that cost a lot of mana. Okay, so my mana's going down. Now when it hits that 35%, there you go. So there's the icons popped up. Now I originally had that set as health, obviously. So let me just sit down and drink, and you'll notice that that icon will automatically disappear when my mana reaches the right level. So there you go. Now it's gone. So if you set that up as your health rather than mana, it's pretty neat. You could obviously do this with mana as well if you're a mage and you wanted to use an evocation glyph pop up on the screen. You can change to aggro, PvP alerts, weapon enchants, weapon procs, and everything. You can also set it to play a sound. So I've got this one that's going to play a raid warning sound, and if you check through you can see all the different sounds. That's it. That's a mini tutorial. I'm not going to go through the advanced features because I've not been asked for those. Thanks for watching.